Hi crypto fans, welcome to CCX Cryptocurrency State. My name is Santiago and in today's video we are going to answer the question, should I buy now or sell my crypto? I'm going to give you some proof of technical analysis that I am seeing and why I am doing the strategy that I am doing right now. I am selling, what did I did, and what is my recommendation without giving you any financial advice. Let's go directly to the charts and all the information. Remember that all the information that I'm going to share here in this Excel file is in the first link of the description that sends you to my post. And guys, at the time of recording, Bitcoin is at 87k and today is Thanksgiving, so we have a couple of holidays, so I am expecting some choppy consolidation or price action before next week. And the first thing that I want to comment you guys is that the point one is check here my bear market case scenario. I did this video on November 21st. This confirms the bear market, so check this video because there I tell you everything that I did and where I'm positioned. But basically guys, what you need to understand is that the point two, the game here is not being right now if you are bullish or bearish. The game is first risk reward management, so that is why I'm doing what I am doing and I'm going to tell you what. Second, capital protection, capital preservation. Those two things are first before you think on earning anything, which is growth of your capital. So to do this you need to know your time frames. It's not the same if you want to buy Bitcoin and hold it for 10 years, then this video is obsolete and doesn't matter for you. But in my case, my time frame is usually the cycles that we have on Bitcoin and crypto. And I will not discuss right now if this cycle is extended or already ended. From my perspective, because I am more a technical analyst guy on how I operate on the crypto market, for me, until it's proven different, right now for me the cycles on crypto are still in place. So the point three is what I did, and I showed that in my previous video and I mentioned in my private Discord that if you want you can go to cryptocurrencystate.net, check here everything for the subscriptions, my application on airdrops and more. But there I posted why I sold 70% of my spot portfolio. I don't hold Bitcoin below 100k, I don't hold Ethereum below 3200 or XRP below $2.30. Based on previous TA, I de-risked it when we broke the 50 weekly moving average. And I know that many people talk about this, but for me it's a very important indicator. Of course, you not always are going to make your decisions based on only one indicator, but this has been proved on the past a very great indicator, and I have experience on that I'm going to share with you. So I basically sold at this point on those numbers, on those positions. Last cycle I sold when we lost the 50 SMA weekly. At that time it was also a super unpopular thing to do. On the previous cycle, after this consolidation, we broke down here and I sold at these levels around the $43,000 on Bitcoin. I sold most of my positions because I was a firmly believe of TA at that point. I was wrecked on 2018 bear market. I didn't solve, but it was proved after some time and I was super nervous here when we go back and close this candle above the 50, but I didn't back in again and I hold my stables here, and it was proven that I make the right decision because I sold at this part 43, 42, around those areas at my altcoins, and we went all below $16,000. And I'm sorry, but this is my third cycle. I was wrecked on 2018 of not selling. I did what I see in TA on 2021 and went out very well. I will not be wrecked on this cycle. And in the previous two cases at the top there were hundreds of reasons to be bullish and not sell. So I am doing what was proven to me that worked before. Any fundamentals were wrong at that time, and I know that printing and QE is a very big fundamental right now for 2026, but I encourage you to check one of the last videos of Rastani where he shows cases where we dumped after QE. So nothing here regarding fundamentals is guaranteed. That is why I'm moving myself based on technical analysis only. And until this strategy that I did in 2021 proved me wrong, that is what I am doing right now. So now that you know at what point I sold already, let me tell you what is going to be an invalidation of my strategy. You can see here that right now, yes, I am basically bearish, and I think we could be forming this head and shoulder pattern. I commented this many times before other analysts, but I know that some are already commenting this again. And at this point, I am not recommending to sell because we are really oversold on RSI and the stochastic RSI and many other indicators. So I am expecting a bounce at least to the same level of the 50 weekly moving average, which is what happened last time. That is right now at $102,000. So I think I will get out of the market more at that level, and if you didn't sell anything, I would recommend you to apply the strategy at that point. If you want to get out of the market, at least you can do it with a 50%. Hey guys, we partner with What Exchange, one of the greatest decentralized exchange right now in the market. I love that you can see everything on your screen at once. You can connect to What Exchange from different mainnets, and you can see here the list of hundreds of tokens. They are continuously adding more tokens each week. And What Exchange has an active airdrop. They are going to distribute 30% of the total supply, guys, into this airdrop. So that is why I am super bullish trading here too. You can see here the point section that they added recently, so you can check everything about your progress on this airdrop. And in trading, you can see how many order tokens you earn because they have this payback system from the fees that you pay. Part of that goes back to you on order tokens. So check the link on the description to join to What Exchange, trade on the platform, participate on the airdrop of the 30% of the supply, and also get some order tokens back. All the links are in the description. Now, in terms of bearish cases, I think many are expecting $20,000 and $30,000. I already saw that in many videos. I think that is a super bearish scenario. I think we more probably are going to chop around this rectangle, this green rectangle. It's incredible support because we were there 1 year basically during basically all 2024 before Trump get into the power. So I think this is a great level. And the other thing is the 200 weekly moving average. This has been proved an important support on the bear market, and right now it's at $56,000 and it's continuing going up smoothly. Even if the other moving average go down, we are going to see that this moving average is going to be continuing going up smoothly. So basically I am expecting to have some kind of bottom at $60,000. So of course we could have some weeks below that, even below 50, but I am not expecting $20,000 or $30,000 like I already saw. My bear market scenario is we go down here. That will coincide also with this head and shoulders pattern going around the $50,000. And in terms of the pullback, like I say, around the $102,000. In terms of the stochastic, what I am expecting to happen is what happened here on September, that we have a fake out on the stochastic RSI. If we have this big move to the upside, those moves usually are super high. You can see from 87 to 125, from 54 to 108. So that would be then a confirmation of probably a continuation of the bull run. So if we have this tendency, then we are going to probably see a great 2026. But I think we could have another cross on the stochastic RSI over weeks, but it will be a fake out here on the middle, or like happened here in the middle, and that will mark a continuation to the downside. And just for you to check, these breakouts are around a 16%. So yeah, this fake out on the stochastic RSI was a 16%. So if we measure a 60% from our current values, you can see 16.5% put us at $100,000. So it will be perfectly aligned with the 50 weekly, which is already turning down. And that will be creating this another shoulder of this pattern. So that is something that I am expecting on the couple of next weeks and months to consolidate days before we go down further in this pattern. I really don't think that we are going to break this 100 weekly moving average that was support here and continue going down to the 200. That will be a catastrophic dump. So I think we are going to recover a little bit, and then we are going to go down into this rectangle where we are going to hold during the most part of the bear market. So now that you understand all my thinking, let's see why I'm doing what I am doing. So what is the risk reward thesis on my action right now? First, the reward. If we are in a bear market like I think we are, and I sold at the levels that I told you, I was basically selling out at the 50 simple moving average in my big positions. And then I can expect a max of a 66% down on Bitcoin based on previous cycles, and more in altcoins like Ethereum and XRP. And because it's easier to catch bottoms, I can most likely almost double my spot position on the next bear market without the injection of new capital. Just one big time frame swing trade. So the power of selling on a bull run and buying back on the bear market is huge. Usually people don't talk about that, but you can really double your positions. That is what I did basically on 2021 with the next bear market. I almost doubled my positions, and I'm going to do that again if my thesis right now is correct. So I basically sold at $100,000. And if we go here around the 57, that is a 43% down from when I sold. So I am basically, if I back Bitcoin again here, and I'm basically almost doubling my position. This 50% down represents 100% of this value to get into the value of stablecoins that I have. So this is basically almost doubling my position on Bitcoin. And at that point, if we are at these levels, altcoins are going to bleed like 80-90% for sure. So I will be more than doubling my altcoins. So that is the reward that I see on these actions. The reward is basically almost doubling my portfolio without putting any new money. I'm sorry to say, but I don't understand even Bitcoin maximalists that say that never sell their Bitcoin. Because in my perspective, I want more Bitcoin than I have, and that is the best way to do it. Just one big trade on each cycle to buy and sell. Me doubling the amount of Bitcoin that I will have with this action without putting any capital means a lot, because even with the businesses and incomes that I have right now outside crypto, it will take me a big capital injection to get almost the double of the Bitcoin that I have. So this is the most effective way for me, using the same capital over the cycles. Now, everything looks nice on that. What is the risk? So the risk is that this is only a dump that we already saw on this cycle, and we get a pullback and we continue in 2026 to the upside with higher highs and bull run. Maybe dumping at the end of the year in 2026 and then entering a bear market there. So what I will do then, so if that happened, then I'm going to enter again into the market. Just because I sold 70% doesn't mean that I'm not going to enter again if I am wrong. If I see at least 2 weekly closes above the 50 weekly moving average, that never happened before on the previous cycles on any TA. So if that happens, then I may start being bullish again and seeing this just as a dump before a continuation on this bull run. And right now those levels are around 102k like I show you. So my risk here is low. Even if Bitcoin is at 110, 115k and I buy again, yes, I will be buying less Bitcoin than I had before because I sold at 100k. But the US value difference is smaller than my possible reward case where I'm basically doubling in my spot position. So yeah, I sold here at 100k. Maybe the crypto market pumps, I enter after the second close above here at 107, 110, even 115 like I mentioned. If I see confirmation of a continuation of bull run, I will be losing a little bit of capital there in terms of token values, but in terms of US value at this point is what I care. I'm going to be fine. And that is, guys, my thesis. I think in terms of reward ratio, this is the best strategy that I can see based on technical analysis. Again, I am not counting any fundamentals and big catalysts that many people on the bullish side see. And on the terms of technical analysis, bullishness, I know that the RSI is very oversold, same stochastic, but I think we may see a fake out on that if we are continuing a bearish trend in a couple of weeks and months. So again, all this information is in the first link of the description. Remember to check my subscriptions to my private Discord and Airdrop application. Of course, everything I will be posting first on my private Discourse. I also post there a lot of charts and things that I am seeing and actions that I am doing, even in the short term, to buy again and maybe catch this uptrend that I mentioned here on this shoulder. But anyways, put your comments below. What do you think about the market and this analysis? Is something that you are interested to see on this channel time to time. I know that many of you guys are here for airdrops, but at this point, market conditions are going to mark a lot what will happen on the airdrop niche too. So we cannot discuss some technical analysis on market conditions right now. That will be all. I think with all what I cover, you should know now if you are going to buy or sell. I put some proof based on technical analysis and my previous experience. So it's everything based on data and experience, not some speculations regarding fundamentals or things that could happen. So I hope you appreciate my honest opinion and my honest take on this. That will be all. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, click the bell to get the notifications, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.